Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Through the Years. In the last episode we arrived here in Dewford Island town, not city. And this episode we're going to do both the gym and the cave, I think. So everybody's level 19, we're going to do the gym first and then we're going to go into the cave, which I don't know how long that's going to take, but that's going to be everything we do today, whether it takes 30 minutes or 15. Again, I'm still not quite in good shape, so we are doing a little bit shorter episodes where needed. Content comes first, though. So, everyone's level 19, and I'll go through the team very quickly here. So we've got Null with Attack, Lee, Astonish, and Hypnosis. Then we've got Precious with Techno Magnitude, nothing changed there. Roger, nothing changed there. Padfoot, nothing changed. Sheldon evolved, obviously, into a War Turtle. Now has Water Gun, Bubble, Bite, and still has Pound, which we probably won't be using anyway. We've got Casper on the team with Nightshade, Foresight, Bind, and Astonish, which Astonish is just less powerful than Nightshade, period, at the moment. So there's no reason for me to ever use Astonish, really. Other than when I use it against somebody that's weak against it, I suppose, because Nightshade has a set amount of damage, and that's the wrong way to go, because we're going into the gym first. So, my voice has been suffering a little bit, as you can definitely tell by now. I don't think it was that bad in last week's episodes. This week, at least this very episode, I feel like you can definitely tell that my voice is like a little bit like degraded in quality, and there's like my throat, it doesn't feel as bad as it did last week, granted. It doesn't literally feel like sandpaper anymore. It didn't really feel like sandpaper, but at certain points it was like, it felt very rough, and the rough feeling in my throat is gone, but now the sounds my throat makes sound rough, even though the feeling isn't that rough anymore, which confuses the hell out of me. There's still going to be some coughing breaks, probably. I'm not going to do the whole coughing like picture again every time I say coughing. I did that for one episode because I thought it was going to be funny. I don't want to overdo a joke like that, okay? I have been thinking a little bit more about things concerning the channel, though, and I just kicked over my water bottle. And because I've been doing the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer, which I am a god. Wow. The Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer, obviously, it's something that I do need to edit down because, okay, that's Leader Infamous. Start with a Laren. That's not that big of a deal, actually, because we have a Combusken. Not in our bag, no, in our Pokemon section. It, by its nature, requires a little bit more editing because I need to like select the parts that are good, and sometimes I have to cut something out because while I'm editing anyway, I might as well like cut out things that aren't as funny or as interesting, and sometimes the recording session goes a little bit longer than anticipated, and I need to like pick and choose because otherwise the video becomes 50 minutes long and all that stuff. So that in and of itself, just by its very nature, let's go to Precious, requires a little bit more editing, and that has me going a little bit more as to, you know what, maybe sometimes I could do with a little bit more editing in like the Pokemon videos as well, right? Not that I'm going to be doing the exact same thing I'm doing there, where I cut and then cut and then cut and then cut. There's going to still remain more of like a stream of just like what's happening in my mind at any given time, farther onto the internet. That is what this is. So that's not going to change, but maybe sometimes when something funny happens, I can like throw a meme in or something, right? I don't exactly know what kind of form that would take, but I've been thinking about maybe something like that would be fun and would be interesting. I would make the videos a little bit more lively. So, like for instance, the episode where we got Precious, where I added in Golem, which I have uploaded that and I did not get copyright claim for it, so that's good. What's not so good is that Roger is now paralyzed. That is potentially scary. Wow, that's a lot of HP recovered. Okay, I'm not a fan of that, I'm going to be honest with you. And then obviously we have the spotlights, which sometimes have a little bit of editing in it when I'm just playing around and nothing interesting is happening and I shut up, I cut out that dead air. Sometimes the entire spotlight video is literally just one take of me talking about the game until the video is over. That kind of just like depends on the type of game. Sometimes a game is a little bit slow, and at a certain point when I have shown off everything there is to show off and things, I have to start repeating myself, because obviously the spotlight videos are much more about the game than they are about me, which is why, for instance, I don't do face cam with those, because those are about the game. These videos, these are about me and my reactions and I'm like my fun. Those videos are very much about the game, so no face cam, and the commentary will be just about the game mostly. Puchiana, which I can actually stay in for as well. So they all require different philosophies while editing, but up until now I haven't really done much editing with this series or with Pokemon in general, other than, okay, a Pokemon died, let's update the graphics overlay, or we got a badge, let's add that to the counter down below there. And all that kind of stuff. And before I managed to figure out how I could record my face cam with my, like, it's not a DSLR, it's a mirrorless camera, but for like most people, it's a DSLR live camera I'm using right now. How can I use that to live record into my recording so that I don't have to manually sync afterwards and all that kind of stuff? Once I figured that out, I didn't even have to manually put in the camera anymore. So there's even less editing to be done there. And as a result of that, I am also, I don't have to place in and crop down or like scale down the footage into the overlay, because I'm recording everything straight into the overlay, and then I just add on top of that other overlays, which then have blank spots where there's the same it was before, right? So that frees up a little bit more time as well, and I've been a little bit inspired because I've been doing some more added heavy videos, and honestly, I'm quite enjoying them. And from what I can tell, from the views, you're enjoying them as well, and it's probably mostly because it's Kingdom Hearts randomizer, because part of the reason that I decided to go back into doing that, I'll be honest with you about that, is I was looking through my analytics, and I noticed the Super Mario Bros. Series, the new Super Mario Bros. Series, was pulling in crazy views towards towards the last like 2 weeks of its runtime, like between 50 and 100 views a video. Like, what the hell happened there? Probably I should have just gone into New Super Mario Bros. 2 there to maintain that momentum, but I didn't really feel like doing that, so I didn't do it. And I also figured out that the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer videos I did from back in the day, well, not back in the day, like a couple of months ago, when I was streaming them on Twitch and then publishing the edited down versions on YouTube, we're getting like 100 to 350 views a piece, and it was just like 3 videos of them. I'm like, okay, I actually quite enjoyed doing those. I'm not going to be live streaming them again, but it's worth giving it another shot. Seeing if that could be like a Let's Play series that's just getting uploaded on the Sundays, because I had an open Sunday spot anyway. I was doing spotlights there, but there's not enough games to fill up 4 spotlights a week anyway. So I figured, let's do the Sunday uploads for the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer. And so far, it's been killing. The first 2 episodes have been uploaded, and it's not even been 24 hours for episode 2 as me recording this. And the first episode is on like 51 views after a week, like the first 40 of which were like within a day. And then episode 2 is now also at like about 40 views within 24 hours, which is... I shared it in the Discord, a screenshot from my YouTube analytics, and I'll pull up... You know what? I'll pull up to YouTube. I can't actually because I will mute the game. But the video I uploaded before that was a spotlight video, because obviously it was a Saturday. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's Saturday. I don't remember which game that was on. I think the game might have been Polybridge, which didn't do very well because it's not a new game and everybody already knows what it is, and it's not a very interesting looking game, I suppose. So it didn't do very well as far as views. It got like 2 or 3 views and like 20 minutes of watch time altogether. But then this randomizer episode goes up, and I'm doing a very inside baseball episode again today in my commentary, I'm aware. But these are the things that keep me busy, and without even thinking about it, I went through a granite cave flawlessly. I looked at my analytics this morning, and the views were like 350%, I think, of the video before. YouTube gives you a really nice analytics thing in your studio for anybody that doesn't know, where it compares your latest video's performance in the time since you uploaded it. So for me, that's at most 24 hours because I upload every 24 hours. And it says the performance of this video compared to the video before that, or the video average. I think it actually compares it to the average of your channel, now that I think about it. So usually, for instance, when I wake up and I check my analytics, it'll be about 12 hours after publishing, because it'll be about between 10 and 11 in the morning when I get around to opening YouTube and checking the analytics and stuff. When I don't do that every morning. But I was very curious for this one, because obviously the first episode of this new series had done very well. And I figured maybe the second episode will like die off a little bit, and so far it has not. So I'm very happy with that. So I checked the video analytics on that page for the first 12 hours of its performance compared to the average of the channel. And the views were like 350% above, so that's not 350% off. If you are equal to your average, it just has 100%. Or it says 0%. I'm sorry, it just says 0%, it's the exact same. So if I usually get 10 views and I get 10 views on my latest video in that same time period, it just says 0% increase or decrease. 350% means that a video would usually 10 views, which is about the average for my channel, I do think. With 350% increase means that it got 45 views in that same time, right? So then the average watch time, which is also a fairly important thing for the video, it's not the total watch time, we'll get to that in a moment, was about 500% increased from what it usually would be for me. I guess we go to Slayport now? I think we do. Yeah, we must. And I was about like 12 or 13 minutes, I think. So that's much higher than usually on my channel. So that's probably something to do with the fact that those videos have a little bit more of a high tempo due to the editing. A cut never like lasts more than a couple of minutes, ideally, in those videos. So the editing tempo is fairly high, which makes sense that the audience retention is a lot higher for those videos. And that in turn, it makes sense that YouTube does promote it more, even towards my own subscribers. When the retention is better, it serves it to more people. But now, the total watch time was such an increase, because both of those stats, obviously... Oh my god, that's a Regice. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. Hopefully. There's just level 12. It's a double battle as well. I don't like double battles. How long have we been going? Not even 15 minutes. We went through both of those challenges so quickly that I can't end the video right here, right now, can I? Oh, I can't do that. Because magnitude will also... Oh, no, 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 I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit the other button. Please survive. Oh, that's gonna kill Roger. For fuck's sake! It didn't even kill a Regice. Didn't even kill a Regice. Almost killed it. I wanted to switch into Roger to take care of Regice. Fuck. Well, that's our starter gun. Anyway, so those two stats, obviously views and average view time, together make total view time. And the total view time is exponentially bigger in an increase than the other two. If everything increases. Oh my fucking god, it's not gonna die as well. At least Alakazam is gonna die as well, right? That also hits Alakazam. Thank you. You only took out your teammate. But yeah, that was such an increase. It had like, at the moment I think it has 5.5 hours of watch time, which is more than most of my live streams get. Mostly when I live stream, when I finish a stream, the live portion of it anyway. Obviously there's still the VOD, which people can watch afterwards, which gets a decent amount of watch time as well. But the live streams usually get like 3 hours of watch time. This one had 5.5 so far. And that was a increase so big that YouTube doesn't even tell me exactly how big the increase was. It just says that it is over 999% increase. So that's 1,000 plus. It just says 1,000 plus at that point. It doesn't say 1,000 plus, it says bigger than 999. But that just means that it's 1,000 or above. That could be a 10,000% increase, which it's not. It's probably like a 15 times increase, which is a 1,500% increase. Well, technically 1,400% increase. It's, you know what I mean. So yeah, we lost a team member here, Roger. I'm not happy about that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess we get a new fire type. Are we gonna go with Blaze? Are we gonna go with Forks? Biff? Laura? Polty? Cerberus could be fun, I suppose. It's also a dark type. But we already have the ghost type, so we don't particularly need dark type as badly. But we don't have a fighting type anymore. I gotta remind myself of that. We don't have a fighting type anymore. And we lost our only flying move as well. So I'm thinking Blaze. It's your time to return. That being said, Blaze is very underleveled to be on the team right now. Yeah. Let's see. We could also switch. Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's keep Blaze on the team for right now, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna leave it there for today because I do need to level up Blaze, I think. And I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do now anyway. Can I catch... Actually. Can I catch one more Pokemon here? I think I can. So let's go... Thank you, Roxanne. Let's go back to the Pokemon and see if I can get some Ultra Balls. I'm supposed to do something with that museum. I just don't know what. This is the only part in like the first 5 generations of Pokemon where I always get confused as to what I'm supposed to do. I don't know why. It always messes me up. It's always something triggers something and I don't know what does it because I can't just walk into here. I need to go, I think I need to go like up here and then suddenly I can go there. I don't know. Because I can't go through there either. I can catch a Pokemon here at the very least. Which is something. It's a Cacnea! Okay. I think that is a good replacement for pet food. I think that is a good replacement for pet food. If I don't kill it, that is. I shouldn't kill it. I shouldn't kill it. Because it has Absorb. I'm thinking, when can I use another tackle on it? Because I'm obviously not gonna attack it right now, because that will kill it. But maybe it'll just stay in the ball. It just stayed in the ball. So I think Patfoot is gonna get replaced for Cacnea, because 1, it's a Hoenn Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon that we just caught here rather than in the previous generation. What am I gonna name you? I always want to name you James because, you know what, let's just name you James because why not? Because of the Pokemon anime. That's the season I like hardcore grew up with. I watched season 1 and 2. I don't know how the seasons are divided. I watched Gen 1 and 2 in for the Pokemon anime in my youth, but like Hoenn and the Battle Frontier, those are the like the seasons and the arcs that I really recall being very nostalgic for. That being said, the Johto theme song is the one I'm the most nostalgic for, rather than Pokemon Advanced. And obviously you've got the original Pokemon theme song, which I'm not as nostalgic for, but still pretty nostalgic. Also, I know all the Dutch versions, which is real weird, because I feel more English versions, even though I didn't grow up with those. But those are literally just the superior version. And since then, I have something in my mind has happened as to where I identify more with those on a nostalgic level as well, even though I didn't hear those until years and years after. So that's a little bit weird. Until the next time though, I've been Vlogger, you've been awesome, this has been Pokemon Through the Years. We lost a member, we gained a member. I'm going to do a little bit of grinding between episodes. Yeah, see you all next time. Bye.